Do you ever feel like you're spending way too much time in the kitchen for results that are just kind of meh? Well, this explainer is definitely for you. We're about to dive into a collection of genuinely game-changing kitchen hacks, pulled from some of the cleverest corners of the culinary world that will completely transform your cooking.
I mean, we've all been here, right? You buy all this beautiful, fresh food with the best intentions, and then, life happens. Suddenly, you're facing a mountain of tedious prep work, or worse, you get that sinking feeling when you find wilted produce in the back of the fridge.
Well, we're here with the solutions. We've sifted through all the expert advice, the viral trends, and that time-tested wisdom to bring you actionable secrets that are genuinely gonna make a difference. So let's get started.
Okay, our first section is all about efficiency. These are those foundational shortcuts that are going to help you get food on the table faster without sacrificing any quality.
First up, let's tackle one of the most annoying kitchen tasks ever, peeling garlic. Ugh. Forget the sticky fingers and the tiny bits of skin. A quick 20-second blast in the microwave is literally all it takes for those peels to practically leap right off the cloves. It's a total game changer.
We all love that deep, rich flavor of caramelized onions, but honestly, who has hours to just stand by the stove? The secret here is a little pinch of baking soda. It raises the pH, which dramatically speeds up the Maillard reaction. That's the fancy chemical process for all that delicious browning. Now, the sources do mention this can soften the texture, so it's probably best for dishes like a French onion dip, where everything gets blended up anyway.
Ready for some rapid-fire cutting hacks? You can have an entire pint of cherry tomatoes in one go by sandwiching them between two lids. Want perfect potato wedges? Just use an apple slicer. Dicing a hard-boiled egg? A cooling rack creates these perfect, even pieces. And a final pro tip for you, a damp paper towel under your board keeps it from sliding all over the place. It's safer and faster.
Okay, we have all fought this battle, trying to spread cold, hard butter on soft bread, and you just completely tear it apart. Well, there's a simple, really elegant solution.
The technique is so simple. Just grate your butter while it's still frozen. For biscuits, these tiny little cold pieces melt when they bake, releasing steam and creating these incredible flaky layers. And for toast, the grated butter melts instantly without tearing up your bread. It's just simple science with a really, really delicious payoff.
So we've covered speed, now let's talk about flavor. These are the small adjustments that create those huge restaurant-quality results right in your own home.
If you've ever wondered how restaurants get that perfect, snappy texture on their shrimp, this is it. It's a super simple brine using just salt and baking soda. The salt keeps them juicy, but the baking soda is the real star of the show here.
The magic is all in the alkalinity. The baking soda raises the pH on the surface of the shrimp. This does two amazing things. It creates that signature snappy bite, and it helps them brown more quickly and deeply when you cook them. It's a total flavor and texture upgrade.
Need some more quick flavor fixes? Here you go. If your tomato sauce is too acidic, a tiny pinch of baking soda will neutralize it. Chili a little too spicy? A spoonful of honey can tame that heat right down. And always toast your whole spices in a dry pan for just a minute to wake up their essential oils. For an instant upgrade on anything, mix softened butter with herbs and garlic to create a compound butter. It'll transform anything it touches.
All right, on to a topic that hits pretty much everyone's wallet: food waste. This section is dedicated to making your fresh produce last, saving you money and a few extra trips to the store.
This one definitely hits close to home for a lot of us. You buy all this beautiful produce, but it seems to have a mind of its own, right? The key isn't just buying fresh, it's knowing how to store it correctly from the second you get home.
So here's your new cheat sheet. A paper towel in with your greens wicks away the moisture that causes all that slime. Carrots and celery stay incredibly crisp when you store them upright in water. Treat fresh herbs like a little bouquet of flowers in a glass of water, and please, let your mushrooms breathe in a colander instead of suffocating in a plastic bag. These simple changes make a massive difference.
Now, beyond just storage, here's a strategic approach. Plan your meals for the week based on what's going to go bad first. Use those delicate leafy greens and mushrooms early on, and then save the sturdy root veggies like carrots and squash for the end of the week. This way, nothing ever goes to waste. Now for my favorite section, the kitchen magic. These are the hacks that feel like they shouldn't work, but they absolutely do, and they'll make you feel like a total culinary wizard.
I know, it sounds impossible, but what if you're craving a big bowl of ramen and you don't have access to an Asian market for fresh noodles? Well, your pantry might already have the answer.
The secret, once again, is baking soda. You see, traditional ramen dough is made with something called kansui. It's a special type of alkaline mineral water.
By adding baking soda to your boiling water, you're basically mimicking that effect. It transforms the texture and the color of regular spaghetti into something that's remarkably similar to authentic ramen. It is an incredible culinary transformation.
Okay, from pantry staples to viral sensations, you've probably seen this one all over social media. It's a fun 2-ingredient dessert that comes together in less than a minute.
The method is unbelievably simple, but the key is you have to work fast. The intense cold from the ice cream instantly freezes the fruit roll-up, changing its texture from chewy to, crackly and crunchy. It's a perfect example of how just playing with your food can lead to some surprisingly delicious discoveries.
And ultimately, that's what all these hacks are really about. They show us that cooking isn't about rigidly following rules. It's about understanding principles. It's about being curious, solving problems, and really just finding joy in the process.
So, I'll leave you with this question. Armed with a little bit of science and a whole lot of creativity, what established kitchen rule are you going to rewrite next? I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thanks for tuning in.